and gentlemen, it has been close to 2+ years since the Budweiser All-Pro Series has been to a racetrack. And after last night's testing session, 21 drivers have made it into the clash here at Daytona. And as voted on upon you guys, we decided to run the clash during the nighttime. I am not alone, as my first broadcast back, I have Mr. NNSCRA himself, Seth Cole, with me. Seth, thank you for joining me. I know you couldn't be out there tonight, but at least you're going to get to be up here in the booth watching it.
Whether I'm out there on the track or up here in the commentator's booth, I mean, it's just so great to have this series back. It's brought about great racing, and nice to see it back. And we've got some, I guess, some old faces on this channel, but some new faces in the series. It's going to be interesting to see how they mix it up with the veterans of the All-Pro Series.
Absolutely. And it's going to be pretty interesting as we're going to take a look at your starting grid here. As soon as I click it, right here, Ace Garcia drew the pole position for the clash here tonight. Jake Smith alongside a whole rookie top 5. How about that?
Absolutely, but you know, a lot of guys that I've seen race before, so while they're rookies here, they've got a lot of veteran experience. So don't be deceived by the R at the beginning of their name. These guys, they're going to go out there and they're going to race just like everybody else in this field.
All right, we're gonna give the microphone to Seth Cole. He's gonna give us the command to fire the engines.
Oh, I've been waiting to say this for a long time, but Budweiser All-Pro Series is back, and drivers, start your engines.
The engines are fired here at Daytona. We are getting ready for 24 laps of exciting racing in the Budweiser All-Pro Series. As you see the cars coming off the grid. Now, Seth, tell us, what is it about Daytona that excites most fans?
Well, I think the big thing about Daytona is everyone's on a level playing field. It doesn't matter if you start at the front, in the middle, at the rear. When that green flag drops, everybody's got a chance to win the race, whether it be, non-points event like this or the upcoming Daytona 500. There's not one single driver that dominates the race. As long as you can manipulate the draft and find some people to work with you, you can make your way to the front. And we've seen drivers be able to work their way to the front here at Daytona in particular, from the rear to the front of the field in 5 laps. So you don't necessarily have to make your move on lap 1. You can kind of hang back, wait for the opportunity. I think that's why these fans love it, because everyone's close together. And it really comes down sometimes to mere inches as to who's going to take the checkered flag.
That is very true. Daytona has been one of my personal best favorite racetracks. What do you think the mindset is for these drivers in this 24-lap event? Do they want to try to stay at the front, or do you think they want to kind of go to the rear and then try to work their way back up to the front or among the later stages?
I think it depends on your experience in the series. I think if you look at some of the veterans that have been here, I think they're going to kind of hang back, try and get their feet wet again, get used to the racing again here in this series. But I look at some of these rookies, like you mentioned, the whole top 5 comprised of rookies. I think they're going to mix it up here early. They want to get to the front. They want to make a statement of, hey, this may be my first year in this series, but I'm going to be one of those guys you're going to have to watch for when the regular season starts.
Alrighty, and here we go, getting ready to bring us to the green flag. Seth, take it away.
All right, 24 laps, no points on the line. It's go for broke. Green flags in the air at Daytona. Let's roll.
We got a couple of Hendrick Motorsports teammates in this field. But one person I think we're going to have to keep an eye on, in my personal opinion, will be this car right here, the number 1 Sega Dodge, the only Dodge in the Budweiser All-Pro Series field.
You took the words right out of my mouth. That was the guy I was going to look at, too, because we know that Trent has a love-hate relationship for Daytona. If it's the Daytona 500, don't bet on that number 1 car. But any other time at Daytona, he usually seems to run well, and with no points on the line, just go for broke, try and win. I think you're going to see Trent Dunham be able to thrive in this kind of a race.
I completely agree with that. As we have breakaway at the front here, we have rookie Trey Wright Gonna be the first car, the rookie, to lead the first lap of the return of the season 8.1.
And we already know, obviously, that Front Row Motorsports puts together really good restrictor plate cars, so no surprise to see that K-Love Ford Fusion pacing the field here early on, and very legendary number 88 right behind him there of Cole Deaver.
Yep, Cole Deaver working his way back up. He was strong in testing. He has a good Chevy Camaro, but I guess it can't count out. Look at the car right behind him as the 88 car tries to move to the inside with no help. But here comes the 38, just like you said, Front Row Motorsports.
And what you saw right there with Cole Deaver being able to get to the inside of Trey Wright, he got close to that left rear quarter panel and literally pulled the 34 back to him. What a save!
What a great save by that number 20 of Emmanuel Hartnett in the back. Almost got hooked by his teammate in the 18, O'Neal Baldwin.
Yeah, and that would have been kind of interesting to go back in the Gibbs hauler and hear that conversation. But yeah, great job by both those drivers saving it. I mean, Carson Gum, it's not easy to have your car transition from the racetrack down to the apron sideways and be able to turn that thing back to the right, get it straight, and get it going again.
Just a heads up, that's the 20, not the 19.
Oh, yes, Emmanuel Hartnett. My bad. I'm looking at the grid here on my thing, and Carson's name is right above Emmanuel's.
As we see a change for the lead again, here comes Levi McIntyre in that 6 car. He was strong during the testing session.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yikes.
Oh, there he goes.
Okay, he finished the job. Boy, Langland had it saved. He was off the nose of Kev Shearer, and then Shearer says, nope.
He's wrecking, and that doesn't bring out a caution. No, it doesn't.
Wow.
You see, there's the old Budweiser All-Pro Series officials there.
Yeah, apparently so. I mean, yeah, that was near the rear of the field, but was this all drivers having to check up for the 70? Oh, no. Trouble for the 92 of Cody Smart.
A little issue there for Cody Smart. I'm not sure what happened there. Like we said, a couple of the drivers breaking up here. Now we got a couple of decent packs. The leader now, Jonathan Zorline in the 5 Hendrick Motorsports car up at the front here.
Got about 6 cars in this lead pack. I think 7 or 8 in that second pack. So if these guys up here keep racing side by side, that second pack will probably be able to catch back up. But yeah, I think it was the 92's mechanical problem that split the field up. They all had to find their way around him as he was very quickly decreasing in speed.
All right, we're going to take a look here. Without cutting away, we're going to take a look and to see what exactly happened with this with that number 4 car. Is he still out on the racetrack as they're coming off here?
It looked like what the thing's been, you know, when we had the contact between Baldwin and Hartnett, and then this one between Shearer and Langland. They just keep getting so close to that left rear quarter panel.
Obviously, I don't think Kev liked the fact that he was turned down below the yellow line there. 4 cars just trying to turn up, but so is the 78 car. And the 78 just says, okay, fine, then I'll just take you out.
I think the 38 of Carter Friesen was kind of throwing a block there on Langland and forced him down to Kev Shearer, but obviously Kev Shearer wasn't to know that, and like you said, took matters into his own hands and hooked the 4 car around.
Right, so that's
but I am surprised that didn't bring out a caution, because I know it was near the rear of the field, but the fork did come back up onto the racetrack. So a little surprised the yellow didn't get thrown.
Now let's see what happened with Cody Smart here. Oh, something.
It's up on the top side.
Something just broke in his car. Look at his miles per hour.
Did something break, or I saw him get really high on the track going into turn 1, and the safer barrier there kind of juts out. Did he maybe hit that little area of the safer barrier with the right front?
I'm thinking maybe he cut a tire or something.
He wants to be up there on the top side and up at the front of the field, and that's, like we said, that's how it split the field up.
Yeah, it definitely did, and as we're going to cut back here to live action, 92 car gets in his pit stall and is going to start changing his tires, but we have a battle for the lead. O'Neal Baldwin's going to take it coming out of turn number 4. These cars still messed up, but that pack is coming.
Yes, they are, and they've got some more people with them there too. I think that it split the field up into 3 packs, and I think Pack 2 and Pack 3 were able to all merge together, and now they've got about maybe 9-10 cars, so they are definitely going to catch this front group.
Definitely, especially if they keep racing 3x3 like that. With the whole backpack here is single file. At least it was.
Yeah, those top three there, they're going to pull away, but I think Hartnett, McIntyre, Qualls, I think they're going to get reeled in very quickly.
Pack here comes Jonathan Thornline back with Michael Whitman right behind him.
First time we've seen that 42 car up here at the front, looking good in that Credit One Chevy Camaro, following behind fellow Camaro, but not teammate Ace Garcia.
Yep.
Or, I'm sorry, Jonathan Zorlin, rather.
Couple of Joe Gibbs teammates up here, not really working together, but that second pack has indeed caught this lead draft here.
Yeah, this is one of those kind of rare occasions you go to a super speedway and you don't see the teammates work together. When there's points on the line, like at the Daytona 500 or Talladega, you'll be more likely to see them work together. But here, everybody just wants to win. Doesn't matter if you're a teammate, doesn't matter if you're a fellow manufacturer. You're usually going to step out on that driver if you've got to run.
Here are some drivers that are just in desperate need of a caution flag. Carter Friesen just barely catching on to the tail end of this pack here as we're back to 2-wide racing. Levi McIntyre going to take the lead again off of 4, but instead here comes the 62 of Tony Green.
Yeah, and Tony Green was part of that second group that caught up to the lead group, and you see him along with William Brock down that inside line, as well as the 95 of Alfredo Faggio, or Faggio. I don't know how you would pronounce that.
I call it Faggio. I call him Faggio because his name is Italian. I love it.
I call him Linguini.
William Brock now going to pull right up to the outside line. I've seen it here where the outside line would get a push and go, but here comes, look at the 70 car. Oh, they're going to go 4 wide.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, James. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there they go.
And there's the caution that those drivers in the back needed. Hopefully they don't run into anybody here.
I was going to say, as long as they don't plow.
Oh, here they come. They're going to go to the outside. That's good. Everyone's going to get out of the way. I don't see much damage on the 6, but the caution is indeed out, which is a saving,
Dunham got a piece of it.
Which is a saving grace for most of these drivers, as Alfredo Faggio takes the lead under caution. Let's see here. Oh, what happened here? Maybe McIntyre not happy with somebody, maybe? Not too sure. But, yep, he's got some damage now, that number 6 car does. But we're going to go ahead and cut away, and we're going to take a look and see what happened and bring out the first caution of the clash. We're back here, going to take a look at what happened here. You see the 70 car just tried to go 3 wide. He had a good run, but the 9 car of Daniel Bouchard was there. Cuts down in front of Qualls and sends Qualls up the track right into Emmanuel Hartnett, which in turn turned Levi right up into the wall. Just a chain reaction here. The 5 car had nowhere to go. You see Hartnett spinning as the 70 car comes down the track here. Gets right into the side of Trent Dunham in his Dodge. That's where he gets the damage to 38. Carter Friesen involved as well. Just a bunch of cars involved in this accident off of turn number 4. Some of these drivers love to use these cars for their Daytona 500 cars. Well, it looks like a lot of these cars are going to be going to their backup cars. As we're going to take a look and see now what happened with Levi McIntyre further on down the line here. Oh! As some of the cars were just coming down, Cole Deaver got a piece of it right there. I was wondering what happened, and then more of the 20 car. I'm not sure what that was all about, as it looked like the 6 was almost was trying to get out of the way or whatever, trying to leave room. But anyways, so this is what happens to bring out the first caution of the night. Let's go back up for the restart. We're back here at Daytona International Speedway, getting ready for the restart here in the clash at Daytona. 2 drivers out of the race include Jonathan Zorline and Levi McIntyre with the 92 The 92 of Cody Smart being 1 lap down. We're going to quickly go through your top 10. We have Alfredo Faggio, William Brock, Tony Green, Josh Drake, Daniel Bouchard, Jake Smith, Carter Friesen, Igor Berto, Ace Garcia, a pole sitter, and Trent Dunham, surprisingly, still in the top 10. As we're coming to the green flag and the restart, green flag is back out. We are back underway here at Daytona. My good buddy Mr. NNSCRA himself, Seth Cole, had a little bit of business to attend to, so it's just me up here in the booth now. We're going to finish this race. 95 car is getting a bit of a lead. That 92 car is indeed up to speed. It's just 1 lap down. Couple of these cars still trying to hang up in the pack as best they can. And with a lot of these cars having damage, you're definitely going to see a lot of these cars get spread out here. We're looking at the 13 of Igor Berto. We're going to come back up through the field here as Alfredo Faggio continues to lead this race. Coming down to the line, we have 11 laps to go in the clash. That 62 car's right on his back bumper, Tony Green. Remember, these are rookies. They qualified for the clash because they were within the top 21 fastest times of our preseason testing last night here at Daytona. Now here it goes, Tony Green to the inside of the 95 for the lead as they head off into turn number 4. Here comes the 72, Jake Smith. Right here, we got the 66 right back here as well, Josh Drake. 72 car going for the lead off the tri-oval. We have a 10-car pack. It's 10 cars. Anyone in this top 10 has a shot at winning this race as the cars behind them are too much damage to keep up with this lead pack here. Ace Garcia on the bottom inside looking to get back up to the front. He's almost like it was the strategy I talked about earlier, falling to the back and then coming back up through the field in the later stages. He kept himself out of trouble. Now he has a shot, as well as the 9 other drivers around him, to win the clash at Daytona. Coming through the corner here. Oh, 66 car dives down to the inside. He's going to go for the lead. He's got the drafting help behind him. Josh Drake in the 66 Ford Fusion. But here comes Igor. Igor to the inside with help from the lap down machine of Cody Smart. And it looks like Cody Smart's going to go for the lead, but he's really not because he's a lap down. He's basically getting his lap back. Going for the lead now is the 78 of Kev Shearer. Oh, now Kev Shearer going to go to the middle line here. He's going to open the door for the 9 of Daniel Bouchard. Another rookie here in the Budweiser All-Pro Series. Look at these drivers, 3 by 3 by 3. The entire inside line moving as they're coming off of turn number 2. Here comes William Brock now. The 9 moves up to the outside. It's going to open up the door for the 10 of William Brock. As the first lap car is going to be the 20, but he's coming off of turn number 2. Don't think these drivers are going to catch any type of lap traffic before the end of this race. At least I pray that that's not the case. As we have a couple of drivers on the inside now. Here comes the 95 and 96 back to the inside. 3 wide once again down the inside of the racetrack. The 96 car going to take the lead, goes back up to the outside line to block the outside. The inside line isn't all that formulated here. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, no, not again. Please, not again. Not again. Four wide for the lead. This could be disastrous. Oh my god, they're making it stick. I don't know how this is happening, ladies and gentlemen. The 62 and the 34 car, they're battling for the lead. Oh my god, if that was the finish. Oh, these guys are really battling it out here. Oh my god. Oh, the 34 car just put his nose in there. I have no clue how that stuck, but it was great racing. The 72 of Jake Smith takes the lead now down the back straightaway. Kev Shearer now fighting back in that number 78 Bass Pro Shops Camry. Anybody can win this race, and with that type of four-wide move, I have no clue. That didn't work before, but these guys definitely made it work now. Kev Shearer with the lead, going to stay to the inside of the racetrack, protect the inside. He's going to lead this lap with 5 laps to go at Daytona. I cannot utterly wait for this race to conclude because it is going to be absolutely amazing. Kev Shearer with the lead now. The 66 car is clear. Maybe not. 66 decides to stay to the inside. That's going to allow Josh Drake, with help from Igor Barito in the 13, to get back up to the lead here. If these guys leave another room, look at the 78 car trying to block both lines there, but couldn't do it. Up to the middle line. 4 laps to go this time by at Daytona. These cars are just putting their noses, these guys are putting their noses anywhere they can fit right now as a 66 car gets a good break for the lead. They're racing side by side behind him. That's exactly what the 66 wants to see in his rearview mirror. Down the back straightaway they go, jockeying for position. Oh, they're getting closer to this 20 car, but I really, really hope that they don't catch him. Now the 10 car broke away from the rest of the field as well. William Brock and the 66 now, almost like a 2-car tandem as they come off of 4 down the first straightaway and try over. The 10 car moves to the inside. That 92 car is back up here again. That car could definitely play a factor. 95 goes to the outside, thinks better of it, goes down to the inside of the 10. 3 laps to go at Daytona. Now the 66 beginning to fall back here. This is definitely going to be anybody's race. As we're watching this race continue, the 95 now goes for the lead. Alfredo Faggio takes the lead off of turn number 4, but doesn't really have a good inside line help. The 10 car trying to come back on the outside. 2 laps to go. Oh, this is going to be an interesting race to say the least. An interesting race to say the least as we're coming out 3 wide behind the 95. Kev Shearer trying to come back on the inside. The question is he enough? Is the 95 going to block? And the 95 is going to put the block on as they're coming out of turn number 4, coming to the white flag. Here they come off of turn number 4. The white flag is in the air. 1 lap to go in the clash at Daytona. Oh, they are catching that 20 car. I didn't want them to catch him, but they are. Kev Shearer staying behind the 95. They know they're catching a lap car, so they're going to try to time it. He's going to try to time it right. 78 car goes to the inside as the 20 car blocks the outside lane. That's going to work out great as Kev Shearer takes the lead here at Daytona. coming down the straightaway. That was an excellent move to time when they were going to hit the lapped car. Coming out of turn number 4. Approaching the lapped car once again, but it's not going to matter. The number 78, Kev Shearer, is going to win the Clash at Daytona. What a finish here tonight. Kev Shearer taking the first checkered flag of season 8.1 in that number 78 machine. As much as I detest Kev and make fun of him all the time because it's funny, Kev Shearer goes to victory lane here tonight. As we're going to take a look at our official results here. Kev Shearer with the win. Igor Barreto in second. Josh Drake third. Tony Green fourth. Trey Wright fifth. Alfredo Faggio sixth. William Brock seventh. Daniel Bouchard in eighth. And Ace Garcia ninth. And Jake Smith rounds out your top 10. As the rest of the field fell behind quickly. Emmanuel Hartnett really messed up a couple of those cars on the finish there. But the 78 timed it right. As we're going to enjoy some of Kev Shearer's burnouts before the end of this race, before the end of this broadcast, I'm Michael Norman. Seth Cole was here, so I'll speak on his behalf, Mr. NNSCRA himself. This race has been brought to you by the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best. Until we meet again.